We are so lucky this little jewel of a music room still exists. It gives us a glimpse of Vivaldi's era. The pupils sat behind screens to play.
There is a myth that Vivaldi was a castrato, and now that grew up, I think, simply because the idea of a man teaching in an all-girl institution was seen by some, particularly later on, as being rather alarming, and so the suggestion was that as a castrato there would have been no temptation for him. The castrato voice grew up in the 16th century as a result of the demand for male singers to sing the upper parts, particularly in Rome and Ferrara. By the end of the 17th century, the castrato had been firmly established in the opera house as well, and it's there, really, in the 18th century that the castrato has its heyday, and some of the leading singers, for example, Farinelli, who was probably the greatest castrato of all time, could command enormous fees.
There is this huge revival of interest in music written for the castrato. I mean, this was a voice type which is peculiar to opera of the 18th century. And it's, I suppose there's this sort of slightly surgical fascination with the voice.
Chiaro che I castrati avevano delle capacità disumane, nel vero senso della parola, quindi non so, oltre non erano, che poi bisogna anche considerare che di tante persone, di tanti bambini che appunto venivano castrati, non tutti poi riuscivano a fare carriera, però chiaramente quelli che riuscivano a fare carriera comunque avevano delle doti eccezionali e oltre le doti virtuosistiche avevano anche delle doti espressive.
The castrato was in many ways the pop star of his day. A leading castrato could command enormous fees. They were phenomenally popular.
Quindi questa fusione tra espressione e tecnica faceva dei castrati praticamente delle vocalità uniche. Se vediamo, non so, la scrittura per i castrati, ecco, avevano questa grandissima facilità anche nei salti. È inimmaginabile, quasi impossibile quasi per una donna riuscire ad avere questa capacità proprio d'ossigeno nei polmoni. Diciamo che forse la mia vocalità si addice più ai soprani secondi dell'epoca, oppure agli stessi castrati però soprani, perché poi ci sono i castrati soprani e i castrati contralti, famoso Senesino, Farinelli.
al pensiero re, e se voleo sei meglio
Cecilia, could we speak on the phone? That was very, very, very good indeed.
Nice.
There's one note in the B section, the acuto in 78, but otherwise it is excellent. So we have all A. Do you want to do B again? Or
Yes,
do you
B again. Yes, now we need
Fine.
B.
Okay. So they play from their little coda. Yes, sì, è vero.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And then we'll do all B again, but will you carry on to C or not?
Yes.
Fine. Perfect. Bye. She is a very fine interpreter of castrato roles.
Many of the arias are written for castrato singers, and we have no real idea what they sounded like. We do have one very elderly recording surviving from the very beginning of this century of one of the last castrati from the Papal Chapel.
Because you're walking. What is more fascinating is the second octave of
Yes.
this voice.
Yes.
In this way, that's an incredible shape.
Yeah.
And then you really, I mean, when I was listening to the first time,
Yeah.
I really didn't.
And especially when you think how old he was when the recording was made. I mean,
yes.
he was in his 60s, I think.
Yes.
And right at the end of his life. It is astonishing that. But it's a really slightly disembodied voice. It's
Yes,
sort of,
and then sometimes also it's interesting in a way that because to listen to his voice and to listen to countertenor voice.
yes, it's
So this is a totally different
different
story.
sound.
It's a different
Absolutely.
sound. It's a different vocabulary. And still, I mean, there is some picture. The cathedral really was long.
Yes, huge.
Huge. Little flat, but,
Yes.
but very tall,
yeah.
no? Gelido in ogni vena è un'aria, una delle aree più drammatiche di tutta l'incisione e di tutto questo disco, appunto. E soprattutto il testo è terribile perché parla appunto della perdita del figlio, quindi in un certo senso dell'impotenza di fronte alla morte. È una delle aree più difficili da cantare proprio perché quindi riuscire a mantenere la distanza, diciamo, tra quello che si canta e quello che si prova.